Week 3. Management maintains, leadership moves. Healthy organizations need stability, but they also need someone willing to move first. Every organization has a quiet gravitational pull toward what already works. That pull is not always bad. In fact, it is often what keeps an organization alive. Systems, habits, standards, and routines protect consistency. They help people know what to expect. They reduce waste. They make excellence repeatable. But the same force that creates stability can also create stagnation. What once protected the mission can start protecting comfort. What once made the work efficient can start making the team resistant. That is why management maintains and leadership moves. The value of maintaining. Management maintains what should not be casually broken. A healthy manager respects process because process carries memory. It says, "We learned something, so let us not relearn it painfully every week." Good management protects quality. It protects commitments. It keeps the lights on while bigger conversations are happening. There is nothing small about that. Many leaders who love vision underestimate how much trust is built through dependable execution. People do not trust a leader more because the leader has exciting ideas. They trust a leader more when the leader's ideas can survive contact with real life. The danger of only maintaining. But if maintaining becomes the whole job, the organization slowly begins to confuse familiar with faithful. It starts saying, "This is how we do it," when the better question is this still serving the mission? Leadership moves when the present arrangement is no longer enough. It does not move recklessly. It does not change things simply to feel bold. It moves because something important requires a different future. That movement might be strategic, cultural, personal, or relational. It might mean naming a hard truth. It might mean shifting a priority. It might mean ending a habit that everyone has learned to tolerate. Leadership is often the willingness to disturb comfort in service of health. Moving first. One of the hardest parts of leadership is moving first. Not moving alone forever, but moving first. Someone has to say, "We cannot keep pretending this is working." Someone has to ask the obvious question no one wants to ask. Someone has to step into the gap between what the team has known and what the team now needs. Managers often wait for the plan to be safe enough to execute. Leaders often have to begin before every concern is settled. That does not mean ignoring wisdom. It means refusing to let uncertainty become an excuse for permanent delay. The moment maintenance turns into drift. Maintenance becomes drift when the organization stops asking whether the routine still serves the reason it was created. At first, the process protected quality. Later, it protects itself. At first, the meeting helped people coordinate. Later, it survives because everyone is used to it. At first, the rule clarified expectations. Later, it becomes a way to avoid judgment. This is subtle because drift rarely announces itself. It usually sounds responsible. "We have always done it this way. This is our process. Let's not rush." Those sentences can be wise, but they can also become hiding places. Leadership listens beneath the sentence. Is this caution or is this fear? Is this stewardship or is this comfort? Is this process still serving people or are people now serving the process? Movement without recklessness. When we say leadership moves, we are not celebrating impulsiveness. Movement is not the same as novelty. Some leaders confuse motion with progress, so they change language, structure, and strategy so often that the team loses confidence. Healthy movement has a reason. It is anchored in mission, reality, and timing. It says, because this matters and because the facts have changed, we must adjust. That kind of movement may still create discomfort, but it does not create random confusion. People may not love the change, but they can understand the integrity of it. They can see that the leader is not chasing preference. The leader is responding to responsibility. How to invite people into motion. The first people to move with you are rarely the whole room. Often, they are the people who can see what you see and are willing to help translate it. Find them. Listen to them. Let them help you turn the future from a speech into a path. Then tell the truth about what is changing and what is not. People can handle movement better when they know what remains stable. Name the anchor before you ask for the step. Our mission has not changed. Our values have not changed. But this method has to change because the current method is no longer strong enough for the mission. That kind of communication respects people. It does not demand blind enthusiasm. It gives them a way to understand the change without feeling foolish for needing time. The courage to name the gap. Movement usually begins with naming a gap. There is the mission we claim, and there is the reality we are living. There is the culture we want, and there is the behavior we tolerate. There is the future we talk about, and there are the habits that keep pulling us back. Leaders do not name the gap to shame people. They name it so people can stop pretending. Pretending is expensive. It takes energy to maintain the appearance that everything is fine when everyone can feel that something is off. A leader might say, "We say development matters, but our calendar shows we only make time for emergencies." Or, "We say collaboration matters, but our departments still protect information like territory." That kind of honesty creates the possibility of movement. It gives people language for what they already sense. And once the gap is named, the leader can invite the team into a better future with more integrity. You do not have to name every gap at once. In fact, you probably should not. Name the gap that matters most now, then take the next faithful step. Close. The goal is not to become allergic to stability. Stability is a gift when it serves the mission, but stability becomes dangerous when it asks people to protect yesterday at the expense of tomorrow. This week, ask a simple question. What are we maintaining because it is healthy, and what are we maintaining because it is familiar? The answer may show you where management is doing its job beautifully. It may also show you where leadership needs to move. To go deeper, visit southonleadership.com and follow along on all our social media for books, courses, and more leadership resources.